My friends, I think I have figured out the substitution rules, so let's do a little bit of a masterclass. And let me just say up front, I love signing under 22 players. Like younger players has been how I've played FM for a long time, but I absolutely hate this, and let me explain why. Okay, so I've blown the rules up here for you so that's easier to read on your screens. And what I've figured out is it is easier if you start at the bottom of the rules and work your way up. Essentially, if you start no under 22 players, you get 2 subs. That's it. So there is a strategy if you are playing the game, or I guess actually managing a club in South Korea, and you need my advice about that, where you start all over 22 players. You start essentially your strongest, most likely your strongest team, and you say, lads, nobody get hurt because you only get 2 subs, suck it up. And in some instances, especially when you're playing 3 games every 7 days, that might work where you've like rotated or whatever. But I don't think it's really a long-term strategy. The next line above that is you only then get 3 subs if you did start an under 22 player, but then you sub that player off and you don't sub on another under 22 player in the same frame, right? So it's like, it doesn't have to be a like for like. You could sub off a midfielder that's under 22 and bring on a right back that's under 22 because you've shifted your squad around or you've subbed on 2 players at the same time. If you do that, then you work your way up and you can essentially have 5 subs, unless there's an injured goalkeeper, in which case you can have 6 subs. That is how I have figured this out, and it's been a little bit of trial and error. And it's really bad that we have loaned out a bunch of really good under 22 players, partially to K League 2 teams, and partially they're paying the wages, but they're on military service or whatever. But like, if you happen to want to manage in South Korea in FM24, this is the best way to do it. I'm starting an under 22 player, which has been really shaky, and then I'm subbing one on as part of like heavy rotation. So let's go look at how it's been going. First, I'll just show you the table, and you can see, yay, we're in 3rd. That's where the board wants us to be. But Ulsan, who won the league last year, are in 5th and have a game in hand, so we could be as low as 4th, and it's really kind of tight thus far. The dynamics have improved ever so slightly. It has been quite the rough go. We've got players that have put in transfer notices or requests, and I've said, no, sorry, suck it up. And no one's really gotten too fussy about that, but it has taken a bit longer. It genuinely, it's like, oh, is this what it's like? Like, I miss Kagoshima where like everybody was just on the same page, but maybe that's the difference in starting a new game where they're like, well, you're starting a new game, so we don't want you to be miserable, versus moving within your career, as a journeyman. But it's been okay from that standpoint. Our backup goalkeeper has been out for 7 weeks and will be out for another 1.5 to 3 weeks with a hip injury, and we let our backup to the backup leave on a free, and I forgot and didn't notice that our under 18 goalkeepers, yeah, just pull one up, it's fine, are not South Korean, they are Chinese. So we kind of had a problem where we just rolled without a goalkeeper and then the game magically made one appear. I don't know if that's cheating, that's just kind of what happened. So when you hear, hey, you're in 3rd, maybe 4th, depending on how Ulthan's game goes, like, you got it. But like, it's been... It seems weird to show this to you and be like, oh, it's been bumpy. We're gone 5 unbeaten and yay. But it's just been rather odd. Like, we just haven't been consistent. And what really surprises me the most is when you look at the squad, you go, wow, look at this attacking talent. Look at the ratings of the last 5 games. Even though we are unbeaten in 5, the average ratings are okay, but that's kind of, I think, taking into account some other things maybe. But it's not that there's not like a 6.5 in here, but like a 6.6 by Kang Seong-jun. It's just, it's not been very good. Like, it hasn't been like overwhelming. And so it's one of those things where I got a comment in one of the press conferences, or maybe a question, I guess, about like sticking to this tactical style. So I don't know if there's a game hinting like maybe you shouldn't be playing 4-2-3-1. You should try like a 4-3-3 or something like that. But I don't really think we're set up well for 4-2-3-1 from a talent standpoint. Now there is a world where we rotate and we say, hey, Jesse Lingard, it's been great. Like, let's give you a break in this run of so many games, and then you take that 10 and make that a DM, and now you're playing a 4-3-3. We might try that. It's just been kind of So we have also pulled up Bae Hyun Seo, who is a left back, right back, also emergency DM, who is falling apart now that we've decided to start playing him more because he helps us with the rotation. He's not started nearly as much. He's only got 1 start and 4 subs. Min Ji-hoon has 8 starts, no subs. He has essentially taken one of those DM spots. And we're playing him as a deep line playmaker on support, trying to put less pressure on him to where he doesn't have to do all the tackling, all that kind of stuff. I'm not saying he's amazing. If you want to make more than 2 subs, these are the choices you have to make. We've also pulled up 17-year-old Choi Min Kyun, who has a high potential ability, not a lot of current ability, but also plays up and down the spine and can play he can stand in the right back position. I don't really think he can play the right back position with a 5 crossing, to be honest with you. But he's improving, so we've given ourselves, because it's one of those things where you can't even fill out the bench because you don't have enough under 22 players, and you're not allowed to have that many players, and it's just easier to go, okay, Min Jun-hoon comes on, Bae Hyun-seo goes into the squad, whatever. Like, that's kind of the rotation. What that has also meant, though, and this is where I think this is going to end up being problematic, you see these concerned players here, right? We have a center back who's 25, who's 2-star. He is listed, and he's never going to play. We have a rotation center back that's Lee Sang-min, that's just rotating with Ha Chang-rai. Oh my gosh, why did I do this to myself? Park Han-bin is the one that has put in his transfer request, and I've declined it. I'm hoping that we can. Oh no, it's sorry. It's Paik Sang-hoon. You see the ask thing there, and I'm hoping like giving him 5 substitutions. He's now satisfied. Is going to maybe resolve that by the time we get to the transfer window or something like that. But like, this guy's not playing. Willian, the guy that I transfer listed, who was upset that I transfer listed him, and he's 2.5 star, is now very happy as a fringe player with 2 substitute appearances. It's just been weird. And to make things more complicated once we get to the summer, we did sign Alex Murphy. I think it aligns with what I said, I think, in the last episode about I wanted a guy who I thought could develop. Now, he is going to take a foreign player spot, so we'll just put a pin in that and move that over to the side. But he's 22 years old, 1.8 grand a week, super cheap for us. No, that's existing contract. Why would it show me his existing? We've signed a contract with him, FM. Maybe it is. I don't remember, to be honest with you. But he wanted squad player. I know that is correct, and we're paying to send him on, a language course for Japanese. So, 22-year-old wants squad player minutes and can play either the left center back if we rotate out Al Arab, or can play the left back. Again, 3-star currently, could get to 4-star when you go to. But like, I think he's pretty solid, and we got him on a free. So our wage budget is at 171. We're committed to spending 141, and our transfer budget's still over $1 million. I'm kind of. Our scouts have gone, we can go the whole world! Yay! And it's like, that's great, guys. I need you to actually focus on some South Korean players, please. Particularly anybody who's under 22. So, like, please go take care of that. But he shows up, whatever that is, in July, whenever the window opens. And I guess his contract ends on June 30th. So, whenever that happens, he'll show up, we'll register him, and then we'll figure out who we drop in that situation. Because from a registration standpoint, again, we still have room for 5 or 1 more foreign non-Asian player. Easy for me to say. I hope you're enjoying this. If you are, hit the like button. It's probably like right down here. Yeah, it's pretty easy. Just think. Okay. So I brought you back today because Gangwon, who are predicted by the media to finish 7th, currently find themselves at the top of the table, which is kind of unbelievable. 7th is pretty far down, let's be honest. So we're going to come back and see how this goes. While I'm clicking forward here, I'm just going to kind of talk through, this is why the under 22 thing really bothers me. Because I feel like it removes agency a little bit from the manager. I'm sure maybe the real managers feel this too. Or maybe they clearly would understand the rules better or not have loaned out their best under 22 players. But I don't, I want the ability to give my under 22 players the minutes that they deserve when I want to give it to them. Being forced to give it to them, I can understand. Just a second, brain. All right. So, I don't know. It's just I can understand if you're the FA why you want to require for the development of the players in the nation for the nation, require under 22 players to get minutes. Oh, good save. Uh-oh. Oh, hits him in the chest. Um, I just don't like it being so structured that like it forces you to do these things rather than like there can be some sort of, I don't know, carrots to dangle or sticks to use besides like it just influences the games too much, I feel. That's not a penalty. Great. Um because like I would totally give them 30 minutes at the end of games once we start our best team and like we come out and we smash a team or whatever. Or if there's 3 games in a week, they rotate in more. They're getting halves at a time or even starting at the occasional game. But the idea of like, you must start one and you must sub one off or on when you sub the other one off. I don't know. It just comes across as a bit too rigid for me. I can understand again why, like, if you didn't do that, people would just not do it. Okay, well, is there some other carrot you can dangle, like, or requirement? Give them a minutes requirement. Um, just let me determine when they come on. Like, it just seems very weird to say somebody has to start. Like, I don't know. They are dominating, to be fair. 0.67 with 5 shots to our 0.04 with 2 shots. And one of those was on target. Our on target chart was, I know people say the XG and FM is calculated differently, but it's still a 0.04 XG on 1 shot is quite poor. So let's go light them up. Absolutely unacceptable. Sometimes the assistant manager wants to like coddle these guys, and I don't appreciate it. It's like, guys, I know it's first place, but they're predicted to finish 7th. Come on, let's go. Um, to be fair, I'm going to curse him. The right back is on a 6.7. He's one of the highest rated players on the pitch right now, and he's young lad. We've got our 2 strongest midfielders in on a 6.7. Everybody's on a 6.7. Again, the top half of the pitch, Nan Sang Ho, 6.5. You know, it's just like he's been quite disappointing, to be honest with you. Oh, I guess the striker might have been offside. I was like, why is he not running towards that? But we'll take it. Hodsa. Oh gosh, that is just a horrific ball, bro. You are killing. Oh, and then you didn't really attack. Please tackle. Please, thank you for that. You know, we'll give him that. We'll give him that little nice recovery action as you do. A little doink, headed down. Lingard with his excellent technical skills, and then Na Sang Ho with a. Is it going to be a 6.4 out of that? 1-on-1 with the keeper. Doinks it. No, no. Again, I guess a draw against first would be good, but against when you go like at the beginning of the season, we didn't expect. Oh, hit. Oh, why did you bring? Oh my gosh, why did you? What are we doing? Why did you bring that down? Just hit it, lad. Okay, we've improved slightly. Our left back is exhausted. Cho Young Wook is not doing. Look, these are like the 2 high. Let me bring it up so you can see it better. You're 2 of our best players, 6.4 and 6.4. Are they just like they're doing a better job than we are with I don't know, like mentality? I guess we'll bring on. No, we won't. Golly, and this is what happened. This is what you're getting to see live. Is when I play. Oh nope, can't do that. Nope, can't do that. Forgot. You know, we've got too many guys that are not South Korean. Oh, this is the guy we signed. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna take because this is what has to happen. We're gonna bring off an under 22. We're going to take off and bring on an under 22. So we're just kind of rotating that around there. Uh, and he's a foreign player. Yep. So we'll switch you over to the right. Kang Sang Seongjin has done a good job for us. Diego Hernandez, who's kind of been nursing an injury, a slight knock, as we saw. So you can see, yay, 3 subs. So we'll do that, I guess. I know that's great content is to show my confused face, but like this is genuinely how it's been going. Of like, wait, nope, can't do that. Change this, change that. It's frustrating. Whole lot of nothing going on, huh? Yeah. Okay. Our left back is exhausted. You're playing poorly. I'm not bringing that kid on. Jeez. Switch. Bring on. Oh my gosh. I don't. It's like this is the other thing, and I don't know how to fix this. These a lot of times the folks on the bench hesitant. And it's like, well, this is why you're not getting game time, man. Like I know it's 5 minutes at the end of the game, but like I don't know. It's just super frustrating. It's like everyone's apprehensive, nervous. It's like, well, then why would I bring you on? Oh my gosh. Not a clear cut chance in the game. I guess we did stabilize in the second half, to be fair. I'll take that. It was always good to get a result when not playing as best as we can. I guess. Again, because clearly if I could have a longer term conversation with the actual squad, we'd say against, somebody in first place, but really they shouldn't be, here we are. Anyway. When did this happen? I tried to sign a backup keeper during the window, but they wanted like the keeper. It was like 175 grand, which was outrageous for the level that we were getting of the player. But he wanted like 12 grand a week, and I'm sorry, and like Andy wanted a backup contract. It's not like it was like I demand first team minutes. Our keeper makes 5.5 grand a week. You want to make like 1.5 times that? Like that is out freaking outrageous. Oh, is the backup back? Nope. Nope, he's not. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, he's had a hip injury. We have a game in 3 days. This is, you know what? You know what, people? This is what happens. This is what happens. Poor squad planning by me because I don't understand the rules. So, I guess we'll end it there. I guess we'll do that. If you've enjoyed this episode, maybe the most value you got is in the first 2 minutes when I explained how the substitution rules work. And if so, hit the like button. Leave a comment, maybe a pity comment. We'll see you next time. And to be clear, next time will be against Incheon in the KFA Cup 4th round. So I got lots of games to play. Just look at this in the next, 30, 31 days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games with no goalkeeper. Oh my gosh.